What strange things this tent could tell us had it been vouchsafed the power of words! But strange things it might tell us nevertheless. For what was that inside, making the tent bulge out in so unaccountable a manner? I moved forward to feel of it there with my mittened hand, but for some reason that I cannot explain, I of a sudden drew back. At that instant one of the dogs whined. The sound so strange, and the terror of the animal so unmistakable, that I shuddered and felt a chill pass through my heart. Others of the dogs began to whine in that mysterious manner, and all shrank back, cowering from the tent. "What does it mean?" said Travers, his voice sunk almost to a whisper. "Look at them! It is as though they are imploring us to keep away." "To keep away," echoed Sutherland, his look leaving the dogs and fixing itself once more on the tent. "Their senses," said Travers, "are keener than ours. They already know what we can't know until we see it." "See it!" Sutherland exclaimed. "I wonder. Boys, what are we going to see when we look into that tent?" Poor fellows! They reached the pole. But did they ever leave it? Are we going to find them in there, dead? "Dead," said Travers with a sudden start. "The dogs would never act that way if 'twas only a corpse inside. And besides, if that theory was true, wouldn't the sleds be here to tell the story? Yet look around. The level uniformity of the place shows that no sled lies buried here." "That is true," said our leader. "What can it mean? What could make the tent bulge out like that?" Well, here is the mystery before us, and all we have to do is unlace the entrance and look inside to solve it. He stepped to the entrance, followed by Travers and me, and began to unlace it. At that instant an icy current of air struck the place, and the pennant above our heads flapped with a dull and ominous sound. One of the dogs, too, thrust his muzzle skyward, and a deep and long-drawn howl, sad, terrible as that of a lost soul, arose. And whilst the mournful savage sound yet filled the air, a strange thing happened. Through a sudden rent in that gloomy curtain of cloud, the sun sent a golden, awful light down upon the spot where we stood. It was but a shaft of light, only 300 or 400 feet wide, though miles in length. And there we stood in the middle of it, the plain on each side involved in that weird gloom, now denser and more eerie than ever, in contrast to that sword of golden fire which thus so suddenly had been flung down across the snow.